Hey there, it is Rachel Bailey, and I want to give you a couple of tips if you are raising a child who has big emotions, who tends to be really dramatic when small things happen, or a child who gets really angry or who melts down when things aren't going their way, a child who goes from 0 to 60 and then back to 0, and sometimes you don't even know what caused those big emotions. So often when we're raising children with these big emotions, with this drama, we want to end it. We want to stop it. We want to show them that life isn't always going to go their way, so they need to learn how to handle that. But often the things that we do to try to improve their resilience and their flexibility doesn't work. And it's because of what I call the 3 ironies of raising children with big emotions. And these ironies all start with the fact that when our kids are acting dramatic, or they have these big feelings or big behaviors, we try to stop it. We try to get them to calm down. We try to get them to understand why they shouldn't be overreacting. And that leads me to the first irony of all of this, is that if we want our kids to become more resilient, to be less dramatic, we actually need to start by letting them have their feelings, letting them have those emotions, letting them not calm down in that moment, but releasing all of those big feelings. Because here's the thing, if they don't release those big feelings, the feelings don't go away, they just go right back inside of them. And the next time something happens for your child, they're not only reacting to that event, but they're reacting to all the big feelings that are still stored inside of them. So the first irony is that if we want our kids to be less dramatic, we actually have to start by letting them be a little bit dramatic, by letting them release some of these big feelings. The second irony of all of this is that we want our kids to be able to handle their big feelings, right? We want them to be able to handle it when things don't go their way. But when we tell them to calm down and we tell them to stop doing what they're doing and we tell them they need to learn to live with the fact that life is hard, what we're showing them when we get upset is that we can't handle their feelings. We want them to be able to handle their feelings, but we can't even handle their big feelings. So they're never going to learn that they can handle their big feelings if we don't show them that we can handle their big feelings by staying calm and being okay with letting them be upset. The third irony is that we want them to be able to handle it when things aren't going their way, but when we get really frustrated and upset by their emotions and their behavior, we're showing them that we can't handle it when things aren't going our way. So we want them to be more flexible and more resilient, and we get frustrated and annoyed and angry, and we have a big response when they don't, but basically we're telling them to do something that we can't even do ourselves. So those are the 3 ironies of raising children with big emotions. So ultimately what you want to do is learn how to handle their big emotions. Because like I said, when you let them release these emotions, kids tend to learn to become more resilient because they realize they can handle their emotions in a safe, loving environment. So what you want to do, I'm going to give you 3 tips for how you can learn to handle these emotions. And the first is that you want to think about, why do these emotions bother you so much to begin with? Why are you so triggered? And I will tell you, I am also triggered by my kids' big emotions. So I'm not saying this from a place of, oh, it's so easy and why does it bother you? Of course it bothers you, but you want to figure out why it bothers you. And when you actually work through that trigger, and if you don't know how to work through a trigger, I actually have a step-by-step process I use to help parents work through those triggers. You can reach out to me. But ultimately, when you figure out why you get so upset, that upset loses its power over you, and you can stay more calm even when your kids are getting upset. The second thing you can do, even if you haven't worked through why it bothers you so much, is make a plan ahead of time for how you're going to handle it when your kids are being really dramatic. Make a plan when you're not really frustrated for what you're going to do. And you can simply say to yourself, the next time my child is dramatic, I am going to blank, and come up with a plan ahead of time. And then when your child is dramatic, you just follow that plan. You don't think, you don't do much else. You just follow the plan that you had made. The third tip I have for you, if you're not sure at all what to even do when your child is dramatic, this third tip is, in the moment when your child is having these big emotions, stop focusing on them and focus on staying calm yourself. You can even model what this looks like. You can say, okay, I'm really frustrated. I'm going to take some deep breaths. And ultimately, you're showing them what it looks like to be rational when things aren't going your way. You can also try a strategy that I suggest to a lot of parents, which is to do a little bit of a mental exercise in your head. Something just slightly difficult, nothing that's going to frustrate you, but something like counting backwards from 100 by 4, something that'll just take a little bit of energy, because when you do that, you're actually starting to calm down your big emotions yourself. And again, you're modeling what it looks like. So ultimately, you don't want to fall into the trap of the 3 ironies of raising kids with big emotions. Instead, you want to figure out why those big emotions trigger you. You want to proactively make a plan. And then ultimately, you want to focus more on calming yourself down than on trying to get them to calm down in the moment. If you want even more information about handling big emotions, even if everything you've tried before hasn't worked, I have a new free resource, and you can check that out at rachel-bailey.com/big emotions. That's rachel-bailey.com/big emotions. And if you have any questions, as always, you can reach out to me at rachel-bailey.com. I'll see you next time.